let's get into this and some interesting stuff. I don't know, Rob G, do we have the sound of Joel Embiid? Okay, so Joel Embiid was on JJ Redick's podcast, and Redick began with a compliment of Embiid, saying he's one of the 3 best players in the world. And then it kind of went sideways as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. We'll see where Rob is, and we'll see where you are as the listeners. But here it is.
In my eyes, like you're one of the 3 best players in the world.
Okay,
and so is Kevin. That was my point. I'm not going to get into 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. It's not
I just want to know who's the third.
Jokic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Jokic.
Where's Giannis?
He's in the next group. I mean, but it's so hard. There's too many good players now. There's too many good players, Joe.
Oh, that's a Finals MVP.
That's too many good players.
2 times MVP, Finals MVP.
Back in ESPN mode.
That's crazy.
Okay, here's where we want to go, Rob. JJ Redick, clearly, he just didn't have Giannis as a top 3 player in the league. He's got Jokic better, Embiid better, Kevin Durant better. Charles Oakley, you remember this, Rob, a few weeks ago, said that Giannis would be basically like a role player back in the day. And Tracy McGrady said something similar. And then, of course, and I would guess, I don't know, but I assume, like James Harden, remember they had their issues a couple of years ago. Harden clearly didn't think Giannis was all that good when they were vying for the MVP. And then Kevin Durant even has been like, don't compare me to him, kind of like, and if you know Durant, you know that he's all about skills, ball handling, shooting, all that. And I don't know where he's at on Giannis now. I'm sure he respects him, but obviously Giannis isn't as skilled as Durant. And so maybe Durant feels like, don't compare me to that dude. I got major skills, and he's just tall and athletic, but who knows? But anyway, Rob, I'm going to let you have first stab at this. What do you think of this? A lot of older players, and not even that old, JJ Redick just retired, seem to be throwing some shade at Giannis. Embiid seemed to defend him. I didn't listen to the whole podcast. So I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but it sounded like he was defending him.
Yeah, or maybe he's trying to put JJ on the spot. Maybe he already knew that JJ didn't think that much of him. You know what I mean? He could have been playing that. Where's Giannis? I don't know. I think it's misguided. I'm surprised that they don't value Giannis and what he's been able to accomplish. Winning too, Chris, without having a stacked roster. Improving. Yep. What was the one thing that he couldn't do? He was horrible at free throws, Chris. And in the biggest game in the finals, Game 6, he hit 17 out of 19, was it, or whatever the number was?
Yep, it was. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, and that was the bugaboo. He got rid of the bugaboo in order to win. If he would have missed half of those, maybe the Suns force a Game 7 and maybe they lose. I mean, that to me is where I had a lot of respect for him. In that he had to do what he had to do, and I'm not saying he's the most skilled, or if I was picking 5 guys out of everybody playing in the NBA, he would be one of the top 5 guys I would pick. But currently playing, you guys don't have him up there with the Durants and who else am I missing? Embiid. And guys
Steph,
like that,
Harden,
yeah. I mean, I don't know how he's
Jokic.
Not in that mix.
Rob, to me, and I've been saying it now for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He's the best player in basketball. Like, it ain't about he's on a level below Embiid. He's better than Joel Embiid, and right now, Joel Embiid has my MVP pick. Because it's not just a lazy, let's give it to the best player every year. But I think they've both been great, but Embiid just hasn't had as much help in Philadelphia as Giannis has had in Milwaukee. But I think Giannis is the best player in basketball. He defends. He's arguably the best defender in basketball. Rob, in the finals, he made a play that who else could make that play where he kind of stopped the drive and then recovers to block DeAndre Ayton's dunk attempt or
No doubt.
layup, whatever he was going to do. I mean, and then put 50 on him in the
Right.
he had a phenomenal finals.
No, that was the one where you couldn't deny him anymore before, going back to Miami. I remember people saying, he's a Robin. He's not a Batman. He's a Robin. He can't win. He got to go join somebody else. He can't. He doesn't have a patent shot. He can't make free throws at the end of games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
How can you close if you don't do those things? You can't have the ball, Chris, if you can't make free throws. All they got to do is foul you, and they'll win the game. And he erased all that.
Yep, he's shooting 72% from the line, Rob. And to be honest, I mean, he's a 72% shooter for his career. The last 2 years he went below 70, but before that he was always above it other than his rookie year. So he hadn't been horrible.
But that's when people started saying that because it happened during the Miami, them losing to Miami and that whole thing. So everybody, all your flaws are exposed even more, and people are going to attack them. So he was struggling shooting free throws during that time. So that's why that was like his bugaboo.
Here's his numbers this year, Rob. 30 points a game, 11.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 55% shooting from the floor, getting to the line 11.5 times a game, second only to Joel Embiid. Look, if players want to hate on Giannis, you basically saying your league ain't all that. I'm sorry. Like, if somebody can put up those numbers and win, and last year won the championship, you don't think your league's very good. Especially if you think he's not skilled. He's not, because he ain't bulky. It ain't like he's Shaq, right? Like he just bullying dudes at the rim. He's taking the ball coast to coast. Okay? He is hitting jump shots. He's hitting some threes. I mean, he's obviously not a great three-point shooter. He's getting to the free throw line. If he's not that good, why can't anybody stop him? I mean, that seriously. So Rob, I'm with you. Like, and I get it. He's not going to win. He's not going to beat Kevin Durant in a skills competition. But he doesn't have to be the most skilled. He does have very, very adequate skills. Ball handling. He's actually more dangerous in open court than Durant is. And he's athletic. He's long. He can get to the rim. And he can finish. And he hits the mid-range jumper fairly well. And defensively, he's all over the court. Like, I don't get it. There's no reason to be hating on this dude. Because and Rob, to your point, end of the day, he proved it last year. If he hadn't won a championship, if they got upset, like obviously Atlanta took them 6. So if they had lost to Atlanta or something, then you can hate.
And don't forget, they were down 0-2 to the Suns. It looked like it was all over. They were going to run them out the gym.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if that would have happened, then you could have said, see, look at Giannis. What happened? Nothing. They lost again. He's not good enough. He's not, or whatever you want to say. And it didn't happen. 4 straight wins. The big final game, all the points, all the free throws, and you just said it, the defensive play as well.
And here's the thing, note, Rob, for like you said it earlier, you kind of mentioned it quickly. He doesn't have another superstar. Now, Chris Middleton, people are gaining more respect for him. He obviously is a big part of that championship. And to a large degree, he's their closer. I mean, they'll go to different players. Giannis gets a ton of fourth quarter points, but at the end of the game, that last shot, it very well can go to Middleton. Drew Holiday is very good. So he's got some help, but he doesn't have another superstar. He really doesn't. I mean, I guess you can call Middleton a star now, but he doesn't have this super team, and yet he's won a championship. So the hate is completely